So today we are going to do this record, and this has come from my good radio ham friend Stewart, and when he's on CB, which he is from time to time, his handle is Electric Man, and he's popped up on some of our tests, and with his son Noah as well. So he bought this kindly from a car boot sale, and I removed the sticky label with the RS236 1874 label remover, and because it had a nasty sticky label just there which really spoilt it. So I don't know what copyright problems we're going to run into with this, but it's all by Dick Curless. So these aren't original artists, it's Breaker, come on, here it is, the CB special with your own collection of 20 of all-time great hits of CBers and truckers from coast to coast. That's American coast to coast, not Skegness to Lancaster. We have gone out and re-recorded these hits with Nashville's finest pickers and players, and then topped it off with vocals by Dick Curless. And that's a 10-4. Dick has been a top favourite with truckers and country music lovers for many years, and that's a big 10-4. So come on and enjoy this big CB special, that's for sure. So we've got on side A, we've got the White Knight, the Big Wheel, Cannonball, I've Come Awful Close, the Truck Driver's Queen, 6 Days on the Road, the Lonesome Road, Blazing Smokestack, Fill Her Up and Keep on Trucking Cafe, Truck Driving Son of a Gun, trust Americans to bring a gun into it, Wolf Creek Pass, and on B-side, Convoy, which of course we say this is a cover version, it's not going to be C.W. McCall, Truck Driving Man, Pinball Machine, King of the Open Road, Move On, Tombstone Every Mile, Look at the Rain, Truck Stop, Give Me 40 Acres, Me and Old CB. Recorded at Hilltop Studios, Madison, Tennessee, but in the UK, Park Avenue, mail order 47B Welbeck Street, London. So there we are, MB313 is the catalogue number, and so this is going to be some good, silly fun. Now I looked at the picture of the American CB radio, and under all this graphics, I can say it says 23. So we're going back to pre-1977, aren't we, with a 23 channel set. It says gyro lock. So Americans will probably know what kind of set that is. So here we go.
Now at 75 or 85 or I-20 t'other way, turn your squelch to the right, and in the night you'll hear some good buddy say, Breaker, got a picture taker, old Smokey's at 43. It's that Japanese toy, that trucker's joy, that everybody calls CB. Yeah, Citizens Band. Keeps you up to date with the fender benders and the Tijuana taxis and all them bears out there flip-flopping. Now ahead of your children and ahead of your wife on the list of the 10 best things in life, your CB's got it rated right around number 4. Of course, Beavers, Hot Biscuits, and Merle Haggard come 1, 2, 3, you know. Well, I was loaded down coming out of Lake City and checking seat covers young and pretty when all of a sudden there come a call over my CB ringing wall to wall. Said, go to the double nickels and hit the ridge because there's a Smokey picture taker there on the side of the bridge. Ah, mercy. Appreciate that, good buddy. What's your handle there? Come on. Any county mounties out there prowling? And he said
10-4. Back door. Put the pedal to the metal and let it roar. Hammer down to Macon Town. Gonna see my mama sure. While the bars are gone, let's bring it on. That Georgia line's out of sight. Pulled out of Richmond town last Saturday night. My handle is the White Knight. How about it?
All right, White Knight, hammer down. You got the mean machine here. While I was a-streaking, my needle was a-peaking right around 79. That old diesel juice was a-getting loose, and everything was fine. When wall to wall, I got a call from a front door big bear trapper. Said, break 19, good buddy of mine. You got a Smokey in a plain white wrapper. Well, I jammed the stick. I lost 28 quick. You could hear them gears a-tearing. I got passed by a beaver in a Camaro, and I was cruising along and going slow. I could see every button on that pretty little blouse she was wearing. Of course, there weren't but one. Hey there, Super Trooper. Yeah, that's the crafty smoker over there with a CV of his own. Hey, White Knight, let's slide one off on the Super Trooper. Come on.
10-4, back door, put the pedal to the metal. What are you waiting for? If that old White Knight can't stay in sight, gonna leave you here and say no more. How about it?
Whoa, now, old buddy, that's fighting talk. I'll get up there and blow your doors off. Well, I hammered down like I had wings, like little gravel, and my wheels going ping, ping, ping. By the time I hit 92, I saw something flashing in my rear view. Thought to myself, that can't be true, but there it was, going blue, blue, blue. Uh-oh, bubblegum machine done hit the jackpot. Well, I could see that bear laughing big and hanging in tight on the back of my rig. Right then and there it came to me, wall to wall. So into that cold, dark Georgia night, in the shadow of a Smokey Bear's blue light, I decided to make me just one more CB call. Break wine to the Super Trooper. Hey there, Smokey, old buddy. Tell me if I'm right. Are you my front door? Or are you the White Knight? Come on. And he said...
10-4, back door. You in a heap of trouble, boy, for sure. Gonna read you your rights and treat you fair. Just pull over there with your rocking chair. Want you boys to know each other real well. 'Cause you gonna be sharing the same jail cell. You make 12 cotton pickers I've caught tonight, running front doors the White Knight. How about it? 40 miles over the speed limit, you boy gonna be here spell.
That's it, cotton pickers. I've done been grounded. My tail in jail and my rig impounded. So when you're coming through the Georgia night, don't never get no front door called a White Knight. No, sir. Wind up in the pokey with old Smokey. I'm gonna pull that old CB out by the wires. I don't care if it is a Johnson. Stay together, that thing.
This great and mighty nation will sing forevermore of the pioneers, brave engineers, and heroes by the score. But the world of transportation has its own breed just as great. It's the men of steel behind the wheels of the big rigs hauling freight. Yeah, listen to the rumble, listen to the roar of the big wheels on the highways from the mountains to the shore. Old Buffalo Bill and Casey Jones would never have the gall to risk their fate on the interstate on the big wheel cannonball. There's a lot of speculation when the big wheels roll at night. Some think their destination is a truck stop on the right, with a little old cat-eyed waitress or a hot shot on the make. But some I know would rather go for a hot chuck wagon steak. Listen to the rumble, listen to the roar. Hear the jingle of the jukebox, see the action on the floor. Those giddy-up go-go babies do the monkey and the crawl when a swinging combination plays the big wheel cannonball. I try to keep my schedule the way most drivers do. It's food and drinks and 40 winks and then go falling through. But tonight I gotta hang up, she's the cutest little doll. I'll see you on the straightaway on the big wheel cannonball. On the big wheel cannonball, on the big wheel cannonball. Tonight she's riding shotgun and I warn you one and all. when a devil from St. Louis takes an angel on his haul. Don't look for any halo round the big wheel cannonball. Don't look for any halo round the big wheel cannonball. Well, never once have I cheated on my baby. I'm a traveling man, I go from coast to coast. Everywhere from San Diego to New York City. I never done her wrong, but I've come awful close. Well, I met a little peach while I was in Columbus, Georgia, sitting in the booth next to mine in a little cafe. And all I did was just buy her a cup of coffee. I had a heck of a time, but I pulled myself away. I've come awful close, nearly almost. I got right next to it, but I couldn't do it, heaven knows. I've come awful close. I pulled into an all-night stop in Albuquerque. A cute little waitress brought me my ham and rye. She winked and said, I get off at 7:30. Well, I might have stayed, but I told that gal goodbye. So, honey, don't you worry about your daddy. Just scramble my eggs and don't you burn my toast. I'm rolling now, shouldn't make it home by Friday. Lots of guys would have done it, but I've come awful close. I've come awful close, nearly almost. I got right next to it, but I couldn't do it, heaven knows. I've come awful close. Yeah, come awful close, honey, a few times, but get the pickup shined up, darling, and believe it or not, we'll take a little ride, and I'll take you on down to McDonald's. Have anything you want. You can have the fish burger, the Big Mac, or anything you want. Everything's on me. Ain't got time to play the pinball or get the radar blues. Gotta keep these big wheels rolling, I'm a-coming home to you. I know my baby's waiting, the sweetest ever seen. With big blue eyes that sparkle, she's a truck driver's queen. From Caroline to Alabama on down that Georgia line, I've never seen no one as sweet as that gal of mine. As I put the miles behind me with the headlights burning bright, gotta keep these big wheels rolling, I'm a-coming home tonight. Ain't got time to play the pinball or get the radar blues. Gotta keep these big wheels rolling, I'm a-coming home to you. I know my baby's waiting, the sweetest ever seen. With big blue eyes that sparkle, she's a truck driver's queen. Cafes and the truck stops all up and down the line, I've seen lots of pretty girls, but none as sweet as mine. With big blue eyes that sparkle, the sweetest ever seen. Gotta keep these big wheels rolling to a truck driver's queen. Ain't got time to play the pinball or get the radar blues. Gotta keep these big wheels rolling, I'm a-coming home to you. I know my baby's waiting, the sweetest ever seen. With big blue eyes that sparkle, she's a truck driver's queen. with big blue eyes that sparkle. She's a truck driver's queen. Well, I pulled out of Pittsburgh, rolling down the eastern seaboard. I got my diesel wound up and she's a-running like never before. There's a speed zone ahead, well, all right. I don't see a cop in sight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. I got me 10 forward gears and a Georgia overdrive. I'm taking little white pills and my eyes open wide. I just passed me a Jimmy and a white. Well, I'm passing everything in sight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Well, it seems like a month since I kissed my baby goodbye. I could have a lot of women, but not like some of the guys. I could find one to hold me tight, but I could never make believe it's all right. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. The ICC is a-checking on down the line. I'm a little overweight and my logbook's way behind. But nothing bothers me tonight. I can dodge all the scales all right. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Yeah, my rig's a little old, but that don't mean she's slow. There's a flame from her stack and that smoke's blowing black as coal. My hometown's a-coming in sight, and if you think I'm happy, you're right. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Look down that lonesome road before you travel on. Well, look up, and meet your maker before Gabriel blows his horn. Life gets weary, toting such a load. Traveling down this lonesome road. Look down that lonesome road before travel on. Life gets weary, toting such a load. Traveling down this lonesome road. Look down that lonesome road before you travel on. From the state of Virginia on the Pennsylvania way, that's where I'm heading with my load today. My friends all call me Jack and they know me by my Mac, 'cause I got a blazing smokestack. Hit that throttle and that diesel barks right back, and I'm here right now to tell you it's a fact. You may drive a rig all night, but it just ain't running right till you got a blazing smokestack. There's a girl back home a-waiting, and I love her, yes siree. When I get back, she'll marry up with me. I'll have to drive all night, but I'll make it back all right with the help of that blazing smokestack. Hit that throttle and that diesel barks right back, and I'm here right now to tell you it's a fact. You may drive a rig all night, but it just ain't running right till you got a blazing smokestack. The star on Mill Mountain is sure shining bright. Hey, there's old Roanoke now in sight. My girl is there to meet me, she knew that I was back, for she saw my blazing smokestack. Hit that throttle and that diesel barks right back, and I'm here right now to tell you it's a fact. You may drive a rig all night, but it just ain't running right till you got a blazing smokestack. Till you got a blazing smokestack. Till you got a blazing smokestack. Well, Interstate 80, we was cutting the fog, just me and old Sloan. Old Sloan's my dog. We had an 18-wheeler with a tent on the floor and a stereo laying a strip. Then we spied a sign that said eating gas now. We decided to whip in and pick up some chow at the old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe.
Oh, the old home filler up and keep on the trucking. Oh, the old home filler up.
Looking for Mavis.
The old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe.
Now we've been every place between here and South Sioux. We've seen us a truck stop waitress or two, but this gal is built like a burlap bag full of bobcats. She's got it together. Well, she filled my tank, said, "Thank you, honey." Her name was Mavis, and I gave her the money, and old Sloan just sat there watching, wagging and wishing. I said, "You wait in the truck, boy." Then I went inside. She said, "What'll it be?" I said, "A cup of your best and a number 3. She came back with an order to go and a quart of hot C and a bone for Sloan. I said, "Much obliged," and old Sloan give a bark. I gave her a buck, and he left his heart at the old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe.
Oh, the old home filler up and keep on the trucking. Oh, the old home filler up and keep on the trucking. The old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe.
Well, Saturday night we was trucking along. Yeah, me and old Sloan was getting it on. I said, "Sloan, I've been thinking about getting up my courage, and tonight's the night." Well, I popped the clutch and gave Tranny a spin, took the BB Town ramp and slid it on in to the old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe.
Oh, the old home filler up and keep on the trucking. Oh, the old home filler up.
It never closes.
The old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe.
Well, I got me a stool, took a load off my shoes, made Mavis an offer that she couldn't refuse. Said, "How'd you like to go for a ride with me and old Sloan? Just had my truck washed." She said, "Yeah, that sounds like a whole lot of fun. We was going to have to wait till the dishes was done, and was it all right with me?" And she brought along her mother as a chaperone. I said, "Why not?" Well, we geared that tranny into super low, and the 4 of us went to see a picture show. Yeah, I took them to drive-in theater over by Pisgah to see True Grit. Saw the late show, old Sloan hit the sack, and then along about 2 o'clock I hauled him on back to the old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe.
Oh, the old home filler up and keep on the trucking. Oh, the old home filler up and keep on the trucking. The old home filler up and keep on the trucking cafe.
Eggs, stew, and prawns.
Oh, the old home filler up and keep on the trucking. Oh, the old home filler up and fill her up and keep on trucking cafe.
They got a real nice place there. Got a cute little gal in every eastern town from Boston to St. Louis. There's some that I don't even know, but I'm looking forward to, 'cause I like my women everywhere I go. Roll on, big wheels, don't you roll so slow. Peggy Ann's waiting in Memphis, and Betty Lou in Maine. Got a good old gal in Knoxville town, but man, I forgot her name, but not her figure. I remember that. Yeah, I'm a kiss-stealing, wheeling-dealing, truck-driving son of a gun. Well, there goes Joe a-flying low, making up his time. But from where I sit, I don't believe you'd say I'm wasting mine. I'm moving faster than a Jimmy 8. If you think I'm losing time, you're running late. Got a steady little baby waiting back home for me, but there's 6 more towns to go till I'm back in Tennessee, and 6 more women, at least I know. Yeah, I'm a kiss-stealing, wheeling-dealing, truck-driving son of a gun. Yeah, I wonder what happened. Oh, what's her name? I got that phone number. Let's see. Out of 6, I ought to be able to get about. Me and Earl was hauling chickens on a flatbed out of Wiggins, and we'd spent all night on the uphill side of 37 miles of hell called Wolf Creek Pass, which is up on the Great Divide. We was sitting there sucking toothpicks and drinking knee-highs and onion soup mix, and I said, Earl, let's mail a card to Mother and then send them chickens on down to the other side. Yeah, let's give them a ride.
Wolf Creek Pass, way up on the Great Divide, trucking on down the other side.
Well, Earl put down his bottle, mashed his foot down on the throttle, and then a couple of boobs with 1,000 cubes and a 1948 Peterbilt screamed alive. We woke up the chickens. We roared up off of that shoulder, spraying pine cones, rocks, and boulders, and put 400 head of them Rhode Island Reds and a couple of burned-out roosters on the line. Look out below, 'cause here we go.
Wolf Creek Pass, way up on the Great Divide, trucking on down the other side.
Well, we commenced to trucking, and them hens commenced to clucking, and Earl took out a match and scratched his pants and lit up the unused half of a $1 cigar and took a puff and says, "My, ain't it pretty up here?" I says, "Earl, this hill can spill us. You better slow down or you're going to kill us. Just one mistake and it's the pearly gates for them 85 crates of USDA-approved cluckers. You want to hit second."
Wolf Creek Pass, way up on the Great Divide, trucking on down the other side.
Well, Earl grabbed on the shifter and he stabbed her into 5th gear, and then the chromium-plated, fully illuminated, genuine accessory shift knob come right off in his hand. I says, "You want to screw that thing back on, Earl?" He was trying to thread it on there when the fire fell off of his cigar and dropped on down, sort of rolled around, and then lit in the cuff of Earl's pants and burned a hole in his sock. Yeah, sort of set him right on fire. I looked on out the window and I started counting phone poles, going by at the rate of 4 to the 7th power. Well, I put 2 and 2 together and added 12 and carried 5, come up to 22,000 telephone poles an hour. I looked at Earl, and his eyes was wide, his lip was curled, his leg was fried, and his hand was froze to the wheel like a tongue to a sled in the middle of a blizzard. And I says, "Earl, I'm not the type to complain, but a time has come for me to explain that if you don't apply some brake, real soon they're going to have to pick us up with a stick and a spoon. Well, Earl reared back, cocked his leg, and stepped down as hard as he could on the brake, and the pedal went clear to the floor and stayed right there on the floor, didn't move, and it's sort of like stepping on a plum. Well, from there on down, it just wasn't real pretty. It was Hairpin County and Switchback City. One of them looked like a can full of worms, and another one looked like malaria germs. And right in the middle of the whole damn show was a real nice tunnel now, wouldn't you know? The sign says clearance to the 12-foot line, but the chickens was stacked to 13.9. Well, we shot that tunnel at 110 like gas through a funnel and eggs through a hen. We took that top row of chickens off slicker than scum off the Louisiana swamp. Went down and around and around and down. We run out of ground at the edge of town. Bashed into the side of a feed store. Downtown Pagosa Springs.
Old Creek Pass way up on the great divide, trucking on down the other side. Old Creek Pass way up on the great divide, trucking on down the other side.
Breaker, breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Big Ben? Come on. Yeah, 10-4, Big Ben, for sure, for sure. By golly, it's clean, clear to Flagtown, come on. Yeah, that's a big 10-4 there, Big Ben. Yeah, we definitely got the front door, good buddy. Mercy sakes, looks like we got us a convoy.
It was the dark of the moon on the 6th of June and at Kenworth pulling logs. Cab over Pete with a reefer on and a Jimmy hauling hogs. We was heading for Bear on I-10 about a mile out of Shaky Town. I said, Big Pen, this here's a rubber duck, and I'm about to put the hammer down.
We got a little old convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a little old convoy. Ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy. Ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We're gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA. Convoy.
A breaker, Big Ben, this here's a duck. You want to back off with them hogs? 10-4, about 5 miles or so. 10, Roger. Them hogs is getting intense up here.
By the time we got into Tulsa town, we had 85 trucks in all. But there's a roadblock up on the Cloverleaf, and them bears was wall to wall. Yeah, them Smokies as thick as bugs on a bumper. They even had a bear in the air. I said, calling all trucks, this here's the duck. We about to go hunting bear.
We got a great big convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a great big convoy. Ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy. Ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We're gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA. Convoy.
You want to give me a 10-9, that Big Ben? Negatory, Big Ben. You're still too close. Yeah, them hogs are starting to close up my sinuses. Mercy sake, you better back off another 10.
Well, we rolled up Interstate 44 like a rocket sled on rails. We tore up all of our swindle sheets and left them setting on the scales. By the time we hit that Chi-town, them bears was getting smart. They'd brought up some reinforcements from the Illinois National Guard. There was armored cars and tanks and jeeps and rigs of every size. Yeah, them chicken coops was full of bears and choppers filled the skies. Well, we shot the line and we went for broke with 1,000 screaming trucks and 11 long-haired friends of Jesus in a chartreuse microbus.
A rubber duck to Sodbuster, come on. Yeah, 10-4, Sodbuster. Listen, you want to put that microbus in behind that suicide jockey? Yeah, he's hauling dynamite and needs all the help he can get.
Well, we laid a strip for the Jersey Shore and prepared to cross the line. I could see the bridge was lined with bears, but I didn't have a doggone dime. I said, Big Pen, this here's a rubber duck. We just ain't gonna pay no toll. So we crashed the gate doing 98. I said, let them truckers roll 10-4.
We got a mighty convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a mighty convoy. Ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy. Ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We're gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA. Convoy.
A 10-4, Big Ben. What's your 20? Omaha. Well, hell to know what to do with them hogs out there for sure. Well, mercy sakes, good buddy, we gonna back back on out of here. To keep the bugs off your glass, the bears off your tail, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop. This here's a rubber duck on the side. We gone. Bye-bye.
I stopped at a roadhouse in Texas, a little place called Hamburger Dan. I hear that old jukebox moaning, a tune called The Truck Driving Man. The waitress then brought me some coffee. I thanked her but called her again. I said, this here song sure does fit me. I'm a truck driving man. Pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. And I'll put a dime in the jukebox and play the truck driving man. I climbed back aboard my old semi, and then like a flash I was gone. I got them old truck wheels rolling, and I'm on my way to San Antonio. When I get my call up in glory, and they take me away from this land, I'll herd my old truck up in heaven. I'm a truck driving man. Pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. And I'll put a dime in the jukebox and play the truck driving man. I'm an old hog hauler, I drove my big truck. I shot the pinball machine, but it caused me bad luck. Now this here's the story about an ex-truck driver being named John James Wall before his friends blackballed him and nicknamed him Pinball. I gathered this story from a truck stop in Gallipolis, Ohio, when this old fella, I reckon about 70 years old, asked me to buy him a strong cup of coffee and a piece of good old apple pie. I'm glad I did, because he winked and sighed and said, my. Then I noticed in a few minutes his trembling hands pushed a part of his pie and coffee back. And he looked at me with tears running down his poor old weather-beaten cheeks. And this is what he said. I put all ever made in the pinball machine. I get 4 caddy cornered and I'd miss the 16. I wish they would outlaw the pinball machine. Many weeks they have caused me to live on sardines. The last time I called my wife on the phone, the first thing she said, John, when can you come home? I got a load of hogs, and they've got to go. I'll see you when I get back from old Chicago. She said, John, you know I love you. I wish you wouldn't go. Send your babies some money, they're hungry and cold. I made my trip on to Chicago. I was gone 2 months, 'cause I shot up my dough. When I got home, my family was gone. Best friend I had rung my telephone. He said, John, I guess you're wondering about your babies and wife. Pneumonia got your babies and your wife took her life. I lost all my friends, can't sleep for bad dreams. Dream about an old truck and a pinball machine. I never will forget the last words that old man said. Oh, Lord, if I could live my life over. Then he fell dead. They tell me John was a clean-cut young man at the age of 19. Now he's the victim of a big old truck and a pinball machine. Singing as you're rolling along, just like Hank Snow, they're moving on. So roll, big wheels roll, oh roll, big wheels roll, roll, big wheels roll, king of the open road. I'm leaving out of Memphis, going to Nashville free. Tonight I'm gonna sit in on the Grand Ole Opry. So roll, big wheels roll, oh roll, big wheels roll, roll, big wheels roll, king of the open road. Out of Louisville there's a truck stop with a pretty little miss. She brings me a cup of coffee while she's doing the twist. So roll, big wheels roll, on roll, big wheels roll, roll, big wheels roll, king of the open road. The big town out of Detroit is the end of my run. That's where I'll drop my load and I'll have me some fun. So roll, big wheels roll, I'll roll, big wheels roll, roll, big wheels roll, king of the open road. Lifeline to a nation, and men like Will and Sonny make it move. Living like a gypsy, always on the go, doing what they best know how to do. Jamming gears has got to be a fever, 'cause men become addicted to the grind. It takes a special breed to be a truck driving man, and a steady hand to pull that load behind. Big wheels rolling, moving on. Big wheels rolling, gotta keep 'em going. Big wheels rolling, moving on. All night country music keeps them going, and Will and Sonny keep on moving on. A good hot cup of coffee is waiting up ahead, and the rhythm of the highway hums along. Big wheels are rolling, big wheels are rolling, moving on. Big wheels rolling, gotta keep going. Big wheels are rolling, moving on. Big wheels are rolling, big wheels are rolling, moving on. Big wheels are rolling, gotta keep going. Big wheels are rolling, moving on. Big wheels are rolling, big wheels are rolling, moving on. Look at that rain, look at them clouds roll by. I can't tell if there's more water in the road or the sky. When we get to the top, we'll have a nice cup of joe. Coffee might help ease the strain. When I pull into Frisco, I ain't driving no more. Buddy, look at that rain. Well, I ain't supposed to, but I'll give you a lift. You look mighty wet and forlorn. But if something should happen, then buddy, you won't be the luckiest man ever born. I ain't gonna tell you what I got in my load, then you'd be worried like me. If I should zig when I should have zagged, we'll both leave a sweet memory. Look at that rain, look at them clouds roll by. I can't tell if there's more water in the road or the sky. When we get to the top, we'll have a nice cup of joe. Coffee might help ease the strain. When I pull into Frisco, I ain't driving no more. Buddy, look at that rain. Move over, road hog, get out of my way. Lordy, I'm coming through. I'm an hour late and there's the devil to pay. This California due. It looks like to me they give me 101, but I always get 99. And when it's raining like this, buddy, driving's no fun. We may lose more than our lives. And look at that rain, look at them clouds roll by. I can't tell if there's more water in the road or the sky. When we get to the top, we'll have a nice cup of joe. Coffee might help ease the strain. When I pull into Frisco, I ain't driving no more. Buddy, look at that rain. When I pull into Frisco, I ain't driving no more. Buddy, look at that rain. Honky-tonk tune in the old back room jukebox is making the old truck stop and all night hop that rocks. I get me a 2-bit gig while they check my rig. I dig that melody, so play me a honky-tonk tune. It's home sweet home to me. Swing it, sing it, sweet harmony. Tickle the 88 till the freight on the interstate is late. They're planning a swell cafe at the old highway truck stop. Instead of a greasy spoon, a brand new coffee shop. And maybe a way out tune like Claire de Lune. But where's the melody? Just give me a honky-tonk tune. It's home sweet home to me. singing sweet harmony. Tickle the 88 till the freight on the interstate is late. They're planning a swell cafe at the old highway truck stop. Instead of a greasy spoon, a brand new coffee shop. And maybe a way out tune like Claire de Lune. But where's the melody? Just give me a honky-tonk tune. It's home sweet home to me. Just give me a honky-tonk tune. It's home sweet home to me. Just give me a honky-tonk tune. It's home sweet home to me. He was heading into Boston in a big long diesel truck. It was his first trip to Boston. He was having lots of luck. He was going the wrong direction down a one-way street in town. And this is what he said when the police chased him down. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown. But I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally found where to unload, he had a dreadful shock. His trailer pointed toward the road and his cab right to the dock. And as he looked all around him through his tears, he made this sound. Oh, give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown. But I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally got unloaded, he was glad to leave the town. He was very, very happy going back to Alabama. When up ahead he saw a sign said, "You are northward bound." He said, "Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around." Oh, give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown. But I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. He was driving down the right lane when ahead he saw a sign. And he had to make a left turn, but he couldn't get in line. And the tears were streaming down his cheeks, and they all heard him yell, "Give me 40 sticks of dynamite, and I'll blow this thing. Give me 40 acres, and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found." Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown. But I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. I was riding this 18-wheeler before they painted lines. Never made much money 'cause I couldn't make no time. Used to be a running battle between old Smokey and me. But now I got a 6-foot Shakespeare, me and old CB. Well, tonight I got the front door, can't always have the rocking chair. Pigpen's got that back door closed, just told me on the air. Just checked out the westbound, road hog says she's clean. Looks like a money-making run for me and old CB. Ace, the blue-eyed Indian, still runs with single drive. An old single drive, he's a ratchet jaw, but he keeps the night alive. And Jolly Jack, that beaver nut, checking covers on the seat. We're looking for a little old red pinto, me and old CB. There goes Circle City Peddler. Oh, he's getting fat. He makes his turn at Dirty Town. I couldn't live like that. The chicken coop is open, so is DOT. They appreciate that info, Cisco, me and old CB. California devil, he's down at market 25. He just hollered, breaker, breaker, hey, then pushes are alive. Now comb your hair, they're taking pictures down at 23. We'll give him a big 5-5 smile, me and old CB. Now look at that four-wheel barebait, just blew off my back door. Old Smokey gonna get him, that's Big 10-4. Now Hawkeye's had the hammer down since Nashville, Tennessee. He just saved some green stamps thanks to me and old CB. 8-Ball from Shaky City, he's talking today. Coming on with that Chippie doll, that sounds like a little pretty babe. If he gives me a breaker, I'd tell her to go on down to 3. She might be running single, like me and old CB. Windy City Charlie, he's down at marker 9. I just checked my 20, I ain't running far behind. Me and his 18-wheeler, well, we're just about home free. Made damn good times and paid one fine. Me and old CB. Yeah, come on, come on. Bangor Roadrunner. Yeah, that's a big 10-4. That's the Baron's home 20. We'll see you on the flip-flop and keep that shiny side up. That's a 10-4.